Hey everybody, we're getting rolling. Should hopefully be a good one, right? Should hopefully be a good one. Lots to talk about today. Good conversations with the overlords and upcoming events. And DJ's got his podcast going on right now. We're starting a little bit early because I've got to get up really early tomorrow morning. So that means we got to finish this up earlier. But we're going to get it going here in just a second. Hope everybody's doing well. Share this out with your friends, your family, your drama, your server, Your drama is your server. That's a thing. And any of your alliances. Yeah, those two. We need all the peoples. And don't worry, we'll turn the music down as soon as we get up and going and get everybody in. Smash that like button as you come into the channel. It's a requirement. If you don't do it, you hate me. And I prefer to love you. Shout out Server 54 from Jazzy. All right, let's get these tunes down just background level. There, I think that's acceptable background level. So now we can jump in to what is not background radiation, what is the forefront of our minds, which is you, me, together. Making sweet, sweet Star Trek love. Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing this wonderful Sunday evening? Or if you are over in Europe, Monday morning. Or if you're over in New Zealand/Australia, your Monday afternoonish. Dergetti says, you still listen to DJ? No, I hopped out of DJs because I had my show tonight, but I was in there listening earlier. And I'm assuming he's talking about making content for Borg, probably, which I will be doing for Borg officers and stuff. I know they're going to be doing some great stuff over the podcast with their math, but I was listening to them before I got on the show tonight, and a lot of what they were saying is a lot of the stuff that I'll be saying. So it's good that it's good to see that we're in agreement. There's no big disagreements between the content creators, because that would be drama. Clayton says, also, peeps, you see that Rev icon is awesome. Only cost me a 5 note. You should sign up. Thank you, Clayton, for the support. Appreciate it. It's awesome. Awesome. Man, it's by the way, Clayton, it's funny that you mentioned that Borg is the big bad guy. I don't remember which server they're on, but it's funny. I was actually on a Borg Discord earlier today, an alliance called Borg, and I'm trying to remember what server they're from. But Revo is also, I think it is 38. I'm in their Discord, and I was talking to Killswitch, who is in Revo, I believe. And yeah, so it was funny that you mentioned that. Hey, Jaw, how are you doing? Or Jazzy, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, it's I still got to do my swarms for the day, but other than that, I'm doing well. I'm hoping to convince somebody to buy me a Franklin A, because I don't have it yet. But I'll probably do it after Swarm Sunday, because the Borg is obviously this week. So I have time to get it there. But yeah. Oh, Mike says there with the Borg. Very nice. Hey, how you doing? Artemis, Zoomer. How you doing? Scooby, Bobby, Christopher, Kevin. Some of our regulars that we're used to seeing, as well as some beautiful faces that maybe we're not. If you want to go ahead, just let's steal one of the great ideas from DJ. Yeah, shout out your server. We'll give it a shout out real quick. Chris will know, when are we getting a Borg cube ship? At the exact same time that just put it this way. If mud cost $400 to unlock and $6,000 to max, imagine what a Borg cube would cost you. Imagine. I can only imagine. I'm also sad that I don't have the shakedown cruise in my pack options. Some people are getting it. Shout out Server 60, shout out 47. I see them in the chat. Hey, Sean, how are you doing? Khalid says, love Kill Switch. She is amazing. Was my alliance leader. Big Country as a Max Franklin 3 million. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people with Max Franklins now. You know, Big Country's, I think, still 49. And at this point, we are over 100 level 50s in the game. So it's Big Country's got to catch up, but he is an awesome dude. I enjoy him providing some instinct and some knowledge when he drops it. But one good thing coming up, and I'm not sure how many people have noticed, but they've removed the tokens. And if you remember my Borg video that we did, 3 weeks ago, when we were kind of hinting at the Borg coming up, it was when we were still doing our last arc. I talked about, hey, when we did this last time, we required these tokens to get into this space. And where are they? Are they under? Where are they under? I'm trying to remember where they're at. You see I have so much crap saved from 2.5 years of playing this game. Where are the tokens? That's the materials. I would have thought they'd be under resources. No, I mean under other or material. I don't know. Where are my tokens? Don't tell me they removed them from the game. Y'all saw in the video I had them though. Like y'all know I'm not lying. Also, will I be able to use my Borg points from last March? Would that work? Or what about my Borg salvage that I still got laying around? Will I be able to use any of this old Borg stuff? Oh, it's right in front of my face. Right there. Borg transwarp cells. So I still got 50 of them plus 31 mega cube transwarp cells. Like I bypassed it the entire time. And then what was going on? Shout out server 11, shout out server 9, shout out server 36 and 192. I see y'all there. Yeah, y'all just ignore me casually jumping over what I was looking for 30 seconds. Yeah, won't need to worry about that. But yeah, odds are we're not using any of this again since we just got the Borg War Funds from today's event. So we'll get stuck. But I do still have 2 rare Borg directives and 7 epic Borg directives. So maybe that'll come in handy for the upcoming launch. And then, of course, there's my regular armada directives and the other stuff that we got to do today. But yeah, so I do like that they removed the tokens. That's 1 less currency that you have to worry about collecting. And actually, it's 2 less currencies because to get into the regular armadas, like there was in these systems right here, you needed to spend a special currency to get here, and then you needed another currency to get into the epic armada. So here's just the regular Borg cubes, and with the crappy payouts that are not changing, you will keep these crappy level payouts. I'm sorry, everybody, but yeah, it's I need to take this mic down and clean it. Random ADD moment. I just need to wipe it down with like a moist towelette. Yeah, these are not changing. Now, word is on the street, I believe DJ confirmed this, that they will be increasing the rewards from the event for the Borg. But actually running the Borg miles will still be no rewards there. None at all. This is pretty paltry. Like, I mean, I realize this is a level 25 Armada, but 100 inert nanopros, I mean, come on. That's pretty pathetic. That's pretty bad. And if we could even jump up into these, like we go to these level 35 systems, and here we look at these epics, still 1,000, but you were doing 6 people. It's just not worth it at all. And then you had the Mega Cube. Yeah, the Mega Cube, which took a whole slew of whales. It's 100,000 miles cubed. 6,000. Oh, there's actually a person was here. Like, who was that? Who was here? Who are you? And what are you doing on my Mega Cube? I don't know who that was, but they need to be punished. Daniel says, rather have a Borg base upgrade. Augments everything on your base, but costs a special fake currency like empty beer cans or an augmented T-bone steak bones. I mean, yeah, I think what you're saying is you would like to have your base be a skin, like a Borg cube skin, which I think is a great idea. And shout out 27, Brian, see you there. And shout out Server 42. I don't know how that would work, but I do like the idea of base skins. That is something we push along, and I do believe that when Deep Space Nine comes around, we'll get a skin for our base. If nothing else, we'll get it then. But it'd be a really missed opportunity if they don't do it then. Really Missed opportunity. Kyle says Borg models should be easier for many alliances since a lot more people have max Vidars now. That would be nice. Kyle, I do agree to an extent. We had Vidars this last time. Not everybody had tier 9 Vidars, but it was still, I mean, we're still talking about a 100 million strength ship. And if you come to the scan with me real quick and just look at some of this. So look at the health and then look at the shields and then look at the attack. The attack was killer. The critical chance is killer. So remember, when you're doing this, and we'll do a video on crews and stuff, but you're going to need 9 of 10 with synergy to negate this. But this was the key. Is it has so much health. So these battles to go so far, and you had to have a lot of attack. A lot of attack to help take these down, which is why people had to do them in Valdors and stuff. And I'm not saying that it can't be done, but that it is going to be difficult. And I don't even know if running max Vidars will one-shot the disruptors and stuff. But we'll wait and see. Oh, I am out. Did they change the tokens? Did they change the tokens on me? Let me go back to these and take a look. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, they didn't change them apparently. Question mark? Because why did I have 4 of that one? Let's look at the uncommon. Okay, so I will still be using the old ones. Okay, good. Unless it changes. DS9 skin, $200. Will y'all stop giving them ideas, Boxer? They don't need any encouragement for more money, okay? They can figure out all those things on their own. We don't need you to jump in on that. That was, no, don't do that to me. Do you think it will could go down with a few good 4-star ships? Yeah, I mean, there are definitely screenshots of winning against it with 4-star ships. People using Tribunes, big Valdors, things like that. That definitely happened. But BP, I got 4 from the Battle Pass. Oh, so they did change it. Thank you, Artemis. Thank you. So the old ones I have will not work, which I guess makes sense, because why give Rev Deuce an unfair advantage? But I guess it was in one of these tabs. I didn't even realize it. Which one was it in? Because now I want to find it. Oh, there it is. Borg Armada Directives. Oh, so of course we make a completely new currency when we had perfectly good currencies last year. Give me a nervous tick. But I will, look, I can't complain too much. Today was good feedback from the ops team. And I will say this, y'all. We have definitely issues. And y'all know I am more than happy to complain when things are bad. But ops worked through the weekend this weekend. You know, there were multiple devs working 7 days this past week for these events based on a lot of the feedback that we had, you know, in terms of changing some of the problems, you know, reacting to some of the feedback. The fact that today your tickets came in a chest instead of you having to do it through an event. This is all, you know, them working to try to make the game experience better. I think we're always in that quasi state of, hey, they're not doing enough. But I guess the good part is that, you know, look, there's no off days. They're here making sure that it launched well and went off without a hitch. And I think today did. You know, if we're talking about, you know, events and stuff, today went out without a hitch. There's not really anything to complain about except that I haven't gotten it done. That's the only thing I have to complain about. Like, I still need to do my anomalous phenomena, and I still got to do my swarms. But other than that, yeah, it's a busy day, but at least it's a day that everything worked right. So, all right, speaking of, before I forget, let me go ahead and swap that out. David says they were working because the Stella skin did not work too. See, I didn't have any reports on the Stella skin having an issue. I'm not saying that didn't happen somewhere on some servers, but I didn't have anybody come to me with that. So I wasn't even aware somebody had a problem with it. I will say, fun fact, if you didn't know, the Stella skin will work on all your Stellas. So if you've got 4 Stellas and you win one time, well, that Stella skin will go on all of them. So that's pretty cool. So, like, if you're scrapping your Stella, you don't have to worry about losing your skin. You're going to keep the ability to use the skin. Once you unlock it for life. Yeah. Bill, I'm with you. To quote Ice Cube, today was a good day. It was a good day. Get our discovery out. That is still tier 4 because noob. And I still need, you know, 1,100 more parts to upgrade it, which honestly, I'm not in a hurry to spend 20 million titanium on anything anyway. So... John says there aren't the old ones. There's the green ones for uncommon. Yeah, John, I just noticed that. Thank you for pointing it out. It's wonderful that we change currencies. And Scooby points out there's new Mega Cube directives. Now, I didn't have any Mega Cube ones left over. I'm pretty sure I spent all my Mega Cube directives last year. But they did just make this change this last update, because if you remember when I did my Borg video a couple weeks ago, I actually ran or launched one of these for y'all to see. So should have launched them all when I had the chance. I'm going to take this out and go to SAE or SAE and try to finish this event real quick so we get to doing our Franklin grind. Trevor, holy crap. Trevor, Jesus. What made you be so awesome today? Wow, Trevor with a $99.99 donation. I don't even know if that's real. Is that even real, Trevor? Holy crap. That is an incredibly generous of you. He says, buy yourself a Franklin. So, Trevor, that gets me 70% of the way there. I'm not sure if you know this. If you donate to YouTube, they take 30%. So I got 70 from you, and I greatly appreciate it. This is not a complaint. If anybody wants to help top it off, PayPal, Venmo link, y'all can help top me off. That is incredibly generous, Trevor. That's getting your name on the house fund, and your name's going on the wall of the house. So you're going to be famous. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Yeah, I will. If we get enough donations, I'll buy the Franklin right in front of you. If we do. I'm not pressuring y'all, but I'll buy the Frankie if y'all are paying for it. Just be very clear how I clarify that. Shout out Server 17 to Buccaneer Slim. Appreciate it. Trevor is gold on the wall. Definitely. I'm writing it down right now. I have a spreadsheet that I've been keeping. House fund. And I got to put that in. I'm going to put Trevor down for $70. Holy crap, Trevor. That is extremely, extremely kind of you. Let me put this in real quick before I forget about it, because we need Trevor on the wall. Anybody that donates that much definitely gets on the wall. Bam. Awesome sauceum. Awesome sauceum. Got me distracted, man. Oh, well, Trevor with another video. Holy crap. Trevor, stop it. Stop it, Trevor. Jesus. Trevor over here. Trevor, if you're going to be this level of donator, I need to get you on the PayPal instead so we can stop getting ripped off by YouTube's fees. Stop it. Appreciate it. But donate to the freaking PayPal. Thank you. All right. Trevor is demanding that we build the Franklin A. Thank you, Trevor. By the way, the Franklin A that I have will now be known as the USS Trevor. Can we go ahead and write that down? Can we get somebody to make a note of that? It is the USS Trevor now. That is going to be the name of our swarm ship. I'm not going to refer to it as the Franklin A. It is the USS Trevor. So we'll have a Franklin and a USS Trevor. Let me go ahead and I'm going to, since you donate, I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to hide my screen real quick just to make sure that y'all don't see any private content. You know, I don't need y'all to see my bank account information or my nudes, which is also stored in the same place as my bank account information. So let me cover the screen with something real quick. Bam. Here, you get my football channel screen real quick. Yeah, you cover it up with that. So you gave me a Franklin A complete unlock donation and demanded that I get it. So that's what I'm doing right now in the background. This is happening. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Trevor. This unlocking the USS Trevor is not something I expected to be able to do. So your donation is extremely kind. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to help out, we're mainly focused on the house fund. I'm only doing this because Trevor said to. So, all right. It should be processing now. And here we go. USS Trevor. Woo! Hand clap for the USS Trevor. Yes. I'm excited, actually. Pretty daggum excited. And I get a good bit of uncommons. Look at that. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Done. Done. Shout out for like the 20th time to Trevor. Also, we got to put down that we just spent $110.43. $110.43 because that's what it costs after stupid taxes. I hate taxes. I promise I'm going to get to the comments in just a second. I just, the USS Trevor made my day. So, all right, Buckaroo with another $20. I just saw it. Buckaroo, thank you so much. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Yeah, force my hand. Very kind of you. Buckaroo says, love your work on the game. Thank you. Thank you so much. As I work on building the USS Trevor right now, we're going to go into our ship menu. I do get to grind the Trevor. Yeah, but I promise you, the USS Trevor out of the gate is better than me using my Enterprise. So now we just got to build the daggum USS Trevor. What's with the last chance for the second builder? What do you mean, Daniel? What do you mean? There is a last chance to do the Kirk ones, the TOS officers. Look at the USS Trevor right here. There's the Franklin and the USS Trevor. Y'all are all going to get used to it, by the way. You're going to start all calling it the USS Trevor. Guantar says I broke down and got the extra builder. Guantar, I'm not really mad at you for spending $5. I'm not mad at you. Durgati says burn those 60-day speed ups. Good thing for me is I got them. Actually, what I need to do real quick is I actually need to make sure that I have my Romulan reputation event turned on so I can make sure I get my Romulan credits for this. Because I'll be able to finish that event in one button. Chris says, do you know if they're going to update Swarm event now that we have the Franklin A? What do you mean, Chris? Because the Swarm, are you talking about the Swarm Sunday event or are you talking about the dailies? I assume you mean the Swarm Sunday event. Good question. Remind me tomorrow on Discord. And what I'll do is I will hit up the team and ask. I honestly don't know that answer. And DJ might know. He might have said this already. I'm honestly not sure. The main things I've been focusing on have been the events the past week. So remind me and I will ask them when I have the conversation with them tomorrow morning. And we will ask and find out what's going on. Shout out Server 16 with Kevin. I'm happy to give you my knowledge. And Scooby says, Rev and Trevor play date on Grindr. Dude, Trevor keeps busting this out. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's definitely going to be a thing. Let's see. Daniel says USS Trevor commissioned 2021, outfitted with a 5,000 microwatt microwave and lumbar support seats and an experimental rev transfer system. I like that, Daniel. That's a good one. That was a good one. All right, let's go ahead and build the right ship. Where's it at? There it is. There we go. Jonathan says, can't wait to use my Borg recruit tokens and not get 5 of 10. Look, I'm going to need you to stop attacking reality like that, okay? Let's just be semi-hopeful for no reason. Just be semi-hopeful. So what I really need to do is I need to get everybody to do their helps real quick in my alliance. I'm going to just spam ask for helps real quick. All caps, hit that purple but please. Also, what is this song? We need to skip this song. Yeah, that's getting skipped. Okay. Anyway, back on topic. Questions about what's going on right now. Throw me questions. Because Trevor just got me all hyped up and distracted. Like I was in a flow of where this episode was going, and then people got too generous. So I'm all over the place now. Real quick, though, I do have to just say this again. I appreciate all the donations. Y'all are amazing. I will say, though, legitness. If you want to donate, please donate to the PayPal or the Venmo, unless you just really want your name to flash up on the screen. That way, PayPal. That way, there's no fees. There's no fees if you do it that way. It saves you money and me money. So let's go hit this one right here. Leslie in the pack say, yes, Bill. And if you want to spend $20 on the game today, buy the Shakedown Cruise. If you don't want to spend money on the game, that is 100% okay. There is nothing wrong with being a free-to-play player in this game, and you can get just as far as anybody else with a lot of time, and you can enjoy the game. But if you had to spend $20, spending it on that is a very, very good decision. A very, very good decision. Joe asked, do you think that they'll have more common events to get more Borg stuff? Yes, you're going to have a lot of events coming up specifically for the Borg. Now, they've changed a little bit from what the event list on the news channel stated. They've changed around the events just a little bit, but it all for the next week or so, we're going to have Borg, and you are going to be able to continue to get Borg stuff. Of course, you got the Borg armadas coming up, and just to reiterate that point, and DJ did a good job of talking about that today in his show, the Borg armadas are not going to change in their rewards, but the events themselves should be better than what we saw last year. Yeah, OG, Shakedown Cruise is a good buy, for sure. Sean says, don't forget to change your normal Franklin modulators for the new ones. Good shout out. Let's see, is that 35? Oh, it's actually going for the 29 or the 27. Did we just finish this event? I think we did. I think we finished it. Nathan says, I did one summon to finish the disco event. Well, you're just fancy. I get a little bit of mycelium when I do it this way. Emperor Gubatine says they want assimilated ship skins so badly. I mean, I'm down for that too. I feel that. Do you think the Mega Cube Borg models are going to be easier with max Vidars? I don't know if the Vidars themselves are going to be enough. I'm being completely honest with you. I still think you're going to need bigger, better ships like 4-star ships. A lot of people are getting those now. I mean, compared to a year ago, what, 200-300% more people have those ships? Heck, more than that. Because there was barely any level. There's only like 2 level 50s this time last year. So, yeah, it's going to be easier. And Vidars, of course, I know is going to be a big testing point for a lot of people, but I don't think that's going to be the big what wins everybody over, if I'm just being honest. Let me see. I got to make sure. Okay, I got one more to do, of course. Kevin says I have a max Vidar, and honestly, it feels like the officers being higher level would be the bigger difference. That is going to be a big difference, Kevin. That's a good point. Because remember, nobody really had 6 of 10 yet. Nobody had 7 of 10, who I don't necessarily think will be too useful here, but it's a possibility. And nobody had, well, not many people had max synergies as a run. So, I mean, like against the Borg, any of the Borg models, you want to run 9 of 10 with full synergy because she'll negate the ability for the Borgs to hit criticals. And the criticals bonus for the Borgs is huge. So that's going to be very important. It's going to be very important. Now we're going to speed this up real quick. All right, I'm sorry, guys. The music is just killing me right now, so I got to switch these tunes. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, 1 hour repair speed up. I don't even remember getting those. That, free. And then we will get over here one more time just so that we can finish this event. And then we'll start doing grinding with the good old Frankie. Yes, I'm still going to use the Frankie because I'm waiting for the Trevor to get built. We'll check our helps menu in just a second. See, Joe says I was talking about something like Swarm Sundays, like Borg Fridays. Now, that is something I've actually been pushing in the game for quite some time. For them to add a Borg-style event and even a Borg daily, I think would make the game way more fun, way better player-friendly in terms of giving us something worth doing every day. Because most people do the Borg every day anyway for the faction credits. So it's definitely a really good decision. It's just convincing Scopely it's their idea. That's the key. You got to convince them it was their idea. Artemis says, can the high crit chance be abuse for the uncommon armadas with Gala? Artemis, I don't understand the phrasing of that question. I don't understand the phrasing of it. But re-ask it and I will answer. Yeah, re-ask it. I'm not sure what you're asking. So, all right, there we finish this event. We can go home. And what we can do now is we'll go to our helps menu. If y'all don't remember, you can do this. You go to the helps menu and then the ask for help, and it'll tell you how you've done. So far I've gotten 15 out of 17 on my ship construction, which means I've saved over 7 days and I still got, okay, there we go, over 8 days and I still got one more to go. One more to go. Which is just a really cool thing. Really cool thing. Really cool thing. Yeah, John, it looks like, and by the way, y'all keep asking questions. Please invite everybody to come join the channel tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Or I feel like we're having fun already, right? Right? We're having fun right now? Yeah? Yeah? Maybe? But yeah, invite everybody here because I want to answer as many questions as I can. That's what we've really tried to start doing on Sunday nights. There we go. So 5120. So in the end, I saved 8 days and 4 hours through helps. 8 days and 4 hours. Hey, Philippa, Giorgio, how are you doing? Artemis says 4 or 5 galas for uncommon Borg models, 30% crit chance. Here, Artemis, I'm going to show you the trick. No galas are needed. There's an officer that they came out with for the Borg that did everything that you needed. Come down here. Come on. Come with me. Come on. Come on down here. Right here. 9 of 10. Come look at 9 of 10 with me. You ready? You ready to look at this with me? Are you ready? Fergal says we're having a Trevor party. You're damn right we are. Oh, wait. I can't cuss on here. So let's look at the captain's Borg polarization. When fighting a Borg ship, 9 of 10 decreases the chance of dealing a critical by 10%. Remember, full synergy. So 10, 10, 30, 30%. 9 of 10. One player, your weakest ship running 9 of 10. Weakest ship. No crits. None at all. So there you go. That is the way to do it. Use this assimilated Gonzalez. She is fine, fine, fine. Oh, man, look at them thick thighs. But I'm the boss. Well, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. That's a very fine compliment. Yeah, so I still need to get 6 of 10, but I've done some great testing with him. Hugo's done some great testing with him lately and really loves him. I need to get around to actually unlocking him. I need to do that. But I do have a level 3 5 of 10, which most people do not have. So I have had really good luck with officers when it comes to the Borg. I haven't gotten 6, but I've gotten 5. So I can't complain too much. Like most people, even whales don't have that level 5. I'm very happy. I'm going to start spinning these. Remember, you need to spin these now. Contrary to what was said before, and you know, DJ is the one that broke this news, so I'm not taking credit for it, but they're changing this. This is going away. So you spin these now, because if you don't spin them, then you're going to be stuck with these forever. A new recruit. Oh, well, I just unlocked TOS Montgomery Scott. Yeah, whoop-de frickin' do. I mean, he is useful. He's just very one-purposed. There's another Uhura who I've got. Bones. I'll TOS McCoy. And then there's my rare projectile shards. So we'll do another set here. Another set. Dara says, I got 2 full pulls today. Carolyn Marcus, congratulations. However, I just want to tell you real quick. Check that you actually got 2 full pulls, because there is a visual glitch where you'll get 1 full pull and then it'll show you that you got another full pull right after you that next pull. So check that you actually got 2 full pulls. But if you did, that's awesome. Even getting 1 is freaking awesome. Emperor says, what do you think would be the best Vidar crew for Borg Matas? It's going to take a lot of testing. I lean to going Kirk, Spock, Khan, the very generic, with 1 running 9 of 10 max energy. But, you know, I'll have to test it, because to be honest, when we ran it this last time, the last time this was around, oh, I didn't mean to skip. Whoopsies. We did this the last time. I used my Enterprise. This is my first time using the Vidar, because I didn't have a Vidar strong enough the first time Borg came to really get good testing. So this will be my first time testing it that way. First time. Christopher says, so if they're getting rid of what we are, the TS... So the TOS officers will still be in the game, obviously. And there will be other ways to get them, but they're doing away with the specialty box and the specialty unlock. So what does it look like afterwards? I don't have that answer. You know, it's but I just know that they are pulling that for something else. We'll just have to see what that something else is. Also, I actually love getting 4 DCS shards there. Still a good officer. Not as good as he was, but still a very, very good officer in the game. Philippa says, I've been lucky enough to have 1 of every Borg officer, but only tier 2 Borg Jayla. That's awesome. That's still great. That's still great. And as I'm trying to get my TOS Kirk to level 2, more DCS shards. Uhura, which I won't complain about. I love Uhura. Almost ready to take McCoy to the next level. Sulu, and then rare projectile, and then epic projectiles. So we'll keep on going until we're out. And we will be out in 8 more pulls. So y'all just keep asking questions as we're doing these pulls. And we can just, you know, lament over what officers we don't have. Carly says, don't you get better odds doing the 5 chest pull? No, you don't. There's TOS. There's Sulu. There's Chekhov. And there's my projectile. And then I wonder why the epic projectile came first that time. That was different. That was different. Kyle says, I have a rank 2 6 of 10. I'm excited to try on Borg Matas. Now, see, that you should be excited about, especially if you have prime piercing. Now, I've got to do that video. I might have that video out tomorrow, but there 6 of 10, especially if you have prime piercing, is really, really good. And we go over the math of how he's good. And I give a shout out to Hugo on that one. You know, I did all my mud math and 5 of 10 math, but Hugo's actually got 6 of 10 and just did extensive testing on him and found out a lot of the stuff that we've actually been wanting to know for several months. So he's going to get a lot of credit when that video drops. A lot of credit. Ooh, almost to the next level for TOS McCoy. There's Scott, there's Chekhov and Kirk, and then let's see, we get 1 and how many? 2. I'm actually getting a surprising amount of epic shards. Surprising amount. Kevin says, does it matter if you skip for lucky pulls? It doesn't. No, I'm just going slow for visual. Because, I mean, these streams that we do on Sunday night are 2 hours long. So I'm not in a hurry. I mean, unless y'all just really want to see the USS Trevor come out of dock. But honestly, that's tricky because if I'm getting the USS Trevor, I actually want to make a video on it. So that's tricky. I guess I could pull the reaction out of this video. I don't know. We'll figure out that. Is Trevor even still here? Did Trevor just drop a bando and then roll out? Where'd Trevor go? Where'd Trevor go? There's Uhura, projectile, and then 2 rare projectiles. There's our done button. Charles says, Marcus Khan's Spock, is that better than Kirk? No. That 80% is a killer. Trevor says, nope, I'm here. Okay, I just want to make sure, Trevor. I've been feeling really bad. If you just popped in, I'm going to bless you with wealth, and then just left to be like, well, I appreciate it, but I want you to stick around forever because you're like my best friend now. Philippa Giorgio says, I finally found 789. 7 as captain is the best Borg grinding crew. For cargo, it outperforms the Talani suggested. Philippa, if you actually watched my video, I would have told you months ago that you should be using 789 versus 29s. If you watched my video, you would have not had to have asked that question. Just saying. Watch my videos. Well, good, Emperor Gubitine. That means that you will enjoy the video when it drops of how to use 6 of 10. Only for armadas, though. It's only for armadas. But very, very useful, officer. Ian says, kind of rude. I'm just saying, Philippa tried to call me out on my officer suggestion. I'm like, no. I gave you the right suggestion. Specifically, the video is how I do 3 hostile grindings at one time. It's a video that a lot of people asked for, so. Zoomer says, I just got Leslie and want to take down a 2.1 mission interceptor with a 1.2 million boarders. Should I try Leslie with full synergy or half synergy with another officer? Full synergy. Full synergy. You could also just do... it honestly depends on what all you got. But Philip says, well, I was in a verbal live stream. Well, it depends too of when you asked and if I asked what, because usually if you got a tier 6 or below Vidar, I don't recommend 7 of 10, 7, 8, 9 or 7, 5, 9, which is what I usually use, because you can't usually fill up if you're only tier 6. But once you get tier 7, I jump right into 7, 5, 9 or 7, 8, 9 and start doing 29s, and I fill up my cargo pretty easily. And it's because of the double shot of 7. Hey, Lee. What do we think would be the best crew for the Mega Cube? Probably Kirk, Spock, Khan with 1 ship running 9 of 10 full synergy, but I have to do some testing, especially with 6 of 10. So you have to be patient. Let me get through that first. Hopefully by tomorrow or Tuesday I'll have an answer. But because they just took away my old tokens, they don't work anymore. I was actually going to do some testing tonight, but now that they changed up the tokens already, I can't do any tests before the events start. Curly, if you got a small Vidar, you're probably going to be better off using an Enterprise or a D4 or something. Dwarves. How did dwarves get into this conversation? And yeah, Philippa, like I said, tier matters because that double shot is all about the level of power. Especially, you really want tier 7 Vidar and then that top weapon upgraded. Because that's the double shot that you're using 7 to improve on. And tier 6 really isn't strong enough to do that yet on the Vidar. It can. It's just not as good. But as soon as you hit tier 7 and you've upgraded, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. All right, 2 more pulls on my Doomsday Resistance chest. 2 more. Yeah, Lee. No problem, buddy. That's what I'm here for. Get your friends and family here, too. We want to get 300 people live. Come on. Get 300 people here. I want to meet 300 new friends and family. Because that's what y'all are. Y'all are family. Family. Diggy hole. Yeah, that was a fun day. That was a fun day. Not if you hate mining, but in terms of the comedy, it was a fun day. Well, hello, Christopher. I'm glad that you're enjoying the channel. I'm glad that you're enjoying the videos. I hope you like all things Star Trek because we do a lot of different Star Trek content on the channel. And if you have any questions, you need any help, hit me up or join the Discord. I'm more than happy to help you out with anything that I can. Anything, actually. You need help moving? I know somebody with a truck. Everybody knows somebody with a truck. Frigoff says that would be one hell of a Trevor party. Ooh, what am I missing? What am I missing? Steven says, have you finished the going back to the dark place mission? I'm pretty sure I have, but keep in mind there's like over 1,400 missions in the game. Any suggestions on that 4 million battleship with a T4 Enterprise? Not with a T4 Enterprise. Sorry, that's a little low for a 4 million because the Enterprise does not have a lot of firepower, and your shield regen is really low at tier 4. At level 20, it's not very high. That's a tough one. Honestly, you need another tier or 2. And then we can do it, another tier or 2. But you could try Leslie as captain, Kirk, and then maybe DCS or Khan on the side and try that one out. But that's going to be really tough for you. It's really tough for you. If you've got a Max Charvinick, that could work. Leslie, Kirk, Charvinick. But that's a tough one, to be completely fair with you. So really tough one. Tier 4 is still really low. Really low. All right, we finished that one out. Woohoo! Now we got any standards to blow through? Oh, yeah, we got to blow through these standards. Oh, yeah. Come on. We got to max out these mining officers. There we go. Give me that XP. And then, wow, there's a common officer I haven't maxed out? Man, I'm a noob. That's pathetic. Good evening, Daniel. How are you doing? How are you doing? Clayton says, thanks for the D3 tip. Finally on tier 9. Do I need to max everything before scrapping? Yes. Yes. Now, I know I did a video about this, so check out the video about 7 free primes. But you have got to max out your ship before you do it. You need to be level 45. So scrap rewards are based on the level of the ship. So you got to get that D3 to max if you're going to get everything that you could possibly get. So it's not just about getting it to tier 9. It's also about maxing out the level. You will be very upset with yourself if you get to tier 9, but then you max it at level 40. Make sure you level her up to 45. It makes a huge difference in the amount of resources that you get. And you don't want to waste all that 3-star that you just blew on maxing it. Because if you don't get it to max scrappability and you just scrap it at tier 9, you've legitimately wasted materials. And that's obviously, especially if you're like me, where most of my accounts are free to play, and the accounts that I do spend are all like driven by people who donate. So they're very low spending accounts. You need to be very strategic in how you play this game. So don't make that mistake. You're talking about I'd say 15, 20% more in return for scrapping just from those last 5 levels. Man, look at all these officers I'm waiting to upgrade. I have to upgrade my... I don't know how many of you have the officer tool for this game. Stewie Doo has done a fantastic job with the coding. But there's a huge update that I keep hyping up that I am so excited about coming to that. So excited. Not just because it's my idea. I think it's really going to revolutionize how a lot of people play the game. James says, I think he meant the upgrades, not the level. Well, the answer is both, because you got to upgrade it all the way to get to level 45. But the key is don't get it to tier 9 and then not finish out the XP. Pretty says, Rez, if you are free to play, mostly, how did you get max enterprise? So, well, when I say free to play, I'm talking about all my accounts. Keep in mind I have 7. Just to show you these, here's 5 of them on BlueStacks. Is this showing up on? Oh, hold on. Gotta show you the display capture. That's the wrong display. This one right here. There we go. So if I transition real quick. So here's just my main BlueStacks with 5 of my accounts. 4 of these are free to play. This is the main one I'm running. Now, I still am not a heavy spender, but I've played for 2.5 years. Since November 2018. So we're literally pushing almost 3 years on this account. That explains some of it. Also in 2019, I was partnered with the game, so I did get my Enterprise for free. And then all this other time, I've gotten 2.5 years of work. Then you got this one, which this is server 32. This is a level 28 that has had no money spent on it. None at all. This is server 43, level 26. It's had, I think, maybe $100 to $200 spent. This one is server 61. No. Server 48. This is server 48. 0 money spent. This is level 14. And this is server 51, level 14. 0 money spent. And that's just on this BlueStacks set. I have another BlueStacks. So when I say free to play, I'm talking about as a whole. A lot of my accounts are built that way. This main account is mostly funded by the people who watch. I don't put a lot of my own money into it because I don't really have a desire to be a whale. I prefer to be among the masses, and a lot of people who have been playing for 2.5, 3 years are where I'm at, which is level 39. And there's nothing wrong with spending on the game. That's just not really my thing. It's not really my thing. So let's see what other questions we have. Mike says, did you buy the Shakedown Crew pack today? How valuable is it? Mike, it is very valuable. I actually have a video on the Shakedown Crews that came out the first time they offered this pack. Now, I do hate the fact that we're talking about an officer that is locked behind a paywall, because that's what Leslie is. You're paying $20 for Leslie. But if you buy Leslie, solo armadas, hostile bosses, solo big kills that you've got to complete for missions, all just became a lot easier by using Leslie. It is a one-off officer, so I mean, he's only going to work on one battle for a specific thing, but for that specific, it can really help out for a lot of things you do in the game. Pretty good. So I'm just asking about the 51,000 gas. Well, do I have 51,000 gas? I will say events have been paying out an ish ton, but I mean, just to give you an example, at level 39 especially, it starts getting better. So here's my 3-star. So I just scrapped a Mayflower like a month ago, and I've already gotten 2,000 uncommon gas since then, and that is, I've been spending it. So, you get a lot more at higher levels through events and even your refinery than you did earlier on. But yeah, like I said, 2019 had a little bit of the hookup, so that helped speed it along more so than a lot of other people. But that's been, 2 years ago. James says, whether it's your money or others, it's still pay to win. I mean, cool. But also at the same time, I'll point this out, because I know a lot of people have an issue with the money spent. Check out my power on my server, just for reference. I am currently ranked 275. Yeah, ranked 275. So, yeah, it's not like I'm winning. If I pay to win, I'm not doing it right. I'm doing it very badly. Messiah says, why do I have the Shakedown Cruise offer in my store? I don't know. I don't have it either. Some people got the offer. Some people did not. I do not have that offer. I can buy another USS Trevor, apparently, but I cannot buy another Shakedown Cruise. And yes, Sam, the refinery does get better every level. Does it get better a lot? No, but it does get better every level. It just not get better a lot. It's a very, very small change as you level up, which is kind of the reason that everybody complains. Like, it hurts. Charles is pay more to win. Yeah, if I pay to win now and I'm ranked 275, like I'm hurting at the thought of what it takes to truly win on my server. Like, I can't do it. Let's see. Daniel says, I think if you bought it once, you will not get it again. True, but I've also had people who have not bought it who still don't see the pack. So there's probably some weird requirement they're putting in there that some people aren't getting or not seeing. I'm curious, how many Franklin modulators do I have right now? So I've got 300,000 old school Frankie modulators. And OG says on server 60, I'm power rank 202, so it seems I'm still a guppy. I mean, no, it depends on, where your stuff's at and everything. I don't think you're a guppy. So there's the Frankie BPs. I don't remember. Where do you do, I'm blanking right now where I do my resource or my exchange, my modulator exchange. We'll worry about that after we start grinding a little bit. James says you need a platinum credit card to break top 100 on any server. It depends on the server. If you are on a European server, it's not that hard. Most European servers don't spend that much. Apparently, they are a lot more frugal. So, under resources should be at the far right. So, I might have to finish building it, Daniel. Which I'm torn. Do I build the USS Trevor now, or do I wait until after the video so I can then record the USS Trevor come out of a dock and do the first reaction? I don't know. What should I do? I don't know. I'm torn. Like, I really want to show off the USS Trevor. Oh, gosh. By the way, Trevor, I'm adding you to the captain's quarters in the Discord. So you're going to get to see all these special secret rooms because you helped build the ship named after you. So thank you so much. I'm doing that right now, by the way, in the background. There we go. You've now had the new role. You've been upgraded. Sean says Borg stuff. What about Borg stuff, Sean? That's a very it's a statement. It's just a random statement. Gifts, resources for Franklin Shanks. Oh, gifts. All right. So it's down here. So this one. Ah, thank you. Well, it's still not there. So I've got to build it. Which that reminds me, I need to do my territory turn in. Get my one particle that we have, which is Phantom. Here, water has Brooke. Who's Brooke? Not as many Trekkies in Europe. Surprisingly, Germany has a huge Trekkie fan base. But you are right. The continent as a whole is probably not as Trekkie as America. But it is an American show. Yeah. It's where you cache your biominerals. Yeah, that's where I just looked, Daniel. So it's... Clayton says, build it. Clayton, only Trevor can probably tell me what to do because he bought it. But Clayton, you're more than welcome to hit up the PayPal and say, hey, I paid you. Now do what I said. And I will bow to your mighty dollar. Emperor says, just take the part of the Trevor launch from the stream and release it in a separate video. I could do that. That's really tricky, though. That's a lot of work. And Goobatine, like, you don't realize, like, I need an assistant. I need help. It's hard. I need help. Where can I get Borg nanoprobes? Are you talking about the inert ones, Travis? You can get those in the Borg systems. So I'll show you on the map. All these that have like the little icon with the lock, Rota Alpha, and you come down here. These are the starter ones right here with the Benus Alpha, Benus Delta, the Metro Beta. These are all Borg systems. They require a special token. You get the Vidar, you can get into it. And that's how you grind out the inert probes. And then there's a refinery tab for where you can refine for what you need. Charles, I have an assistant helping with football stuff. Because if y'all don't know, I actually have 2 YouTube channels. But I can't afford to pay somebody to be here a lot. Like we're talking about a couple hours a week. So they're mainly helping out with that channel. Chris says, when is the big update coming you were talking about? For what, Chris? You need to be specific. You talking about for the officer tool? That one? Because I've definitely been excited about that. And that is coming out with the launch of the next arc. We're testing it now. It's coming out with the launch of the next arc. I do love Doctor Who. The Doctor is a very enjoyable character and it's generally a very good series. There's been a couple of Doctors that I didn't really care for, but I do love the Doctor. Frigolf says, pay for a second Trevor. Speed build the first one, the second one tomorrow. Wow. Yeah. Unless somebody's buying a second Trevor, no. And then even then, please don't buy a second Trevor. Just donate to the house fund. I'm literally trying to buy a house, everybody. I appreciate the game stuff, but I'd much rather buy a house. Oh, he says, hey, nobody's asked. Holy crap, Heath got... Oh, Nightbot deleted it. Nightbot said, no. Don't ask. No. Oh, man. That's funny. Travis, the Borg probes to destroy for Arrival Part 2. If you saw my video today, it's any of the Borg systems. Just go hunt your probes. Just go hunt the probes that you would normally do in Borg. Yeah, Chris, I was talking about the officer tool update, and that one should come out, 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks? Or we're testing it now. Michael says, release the Trevor cut. Very nice reference to the DC Extended Universe. Very nice. Very nice. Stupid Gene and his Enterprise. Why are you even here, Gene? Why are you here? I really can't wait to get my USS Trevor, though. Hey, Craig, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? I am going to real quickly, just to keep this, I'm going to put this on the screen in case anybody has forgotten what we're doing. We are over 10%, but we haven't reached 5K raised yet. But for those that don't remember, we are raising money to purchase a house for the little kids and the little kitties up at the top left. If you'd like to donate, just hit up that PayPal link and greatly appreciate it. Every bit helps. For $20 or more on donation, get you your name on the wall. Your name will go on the wall of my house. And if you donate enough, we'll put your name on top of the house. Clayton, did you really just say kill him when I'm in a Franklin? You realize what I'm in, right? I can't kill him. Kenny says, why are you not on Discord voice? For the YouTube streams, we typically just do it with my sexy ginger voice, the Americanisms coming through, and then we'll get into the voice as the stream winds down, like the last 30 minutes. That way everybody can get their questions in as much as possible. So get their questions in first. I answer as much as I can, and then we'll work. And then Andy says on top of the house is reversed for Craig, though, right? I mean, Craig, whenever he decides to donate to the house fund, Craig's probably going to get like one of those big obnoxious like vote for Craig signs in the front yard permanently cemented there. Yeah, Craig's going to be very upset, but I just have to live with it. Yeah, Craig, y'all do get a little bit crazy. So for the YouTube streams, we focus on answering questions and helping out the players first, and then we get into some of the goofiness before we wrap up. But don't worry, we will be doing that. We will be doing that, but you just got to, you got to let it play its course first. A top of the house is not reserved, Andy. Anybody whoever donates the most, and if they donate like thousands of dollars, they can go on top of the house. But we'll see who ends up being the top. Craig says no sign. Craig, in fact, if you don't donate enough, Craig, you're getting a sign. That's actually the new Craig rule. Like if Craig doesn't donate enough, he's getting a sign. So you're going to cost me money, Craig, if you don't donate enough. Just saying. But seriously, though, if y'all have questions about the game, come on, list them in. I want us to get your questions about this game or about Star Trek Legends. I don't care. We'll talk about anything. Or Star Trek, the customizable card game. Bring in all your questions. And that's what I'm here for tonight, is to help out the players get better. And that's what I really want to do. How much are houses in my area, Jonathan asked. So I would say $100,000 per 1,000 square feet. So, I mean, we're looking for a 2,000, 2,500 square foot house. I mean, our range when it comes to our income and a mortgage and everything is anywhere from $200,000 to max maybe $300,000 for 30 years, maybe. But we're really not trying to spend that much. So the $30,000 that we're trying to raise is to have a good down payment and to cover maybe, like a new refrigerator, because the one that we have is old and going out and actually has a little bit of mold and stuff that we need to throw away. So it's not very expensive where we live. Kenny says, will Star Trek Legends be on Android? It is not in the works for that. It is sadly an Apple Arcade exclusive. Now, I don't know if that means it'll come in a year or so, but it is an Apple Arcade exclusive for right now. Which kind of sucks, but if I'm just being real, it does suck. Oh, a territory capture is going on right now for us. We're in a takeover while I'm mining. That's annoying. Sam says, so now that Jayla's here, what is the best swarm grinding crew? Does Jayla Talon beat PMT? Actually, most people are using... crap. I just drew a super blank. Crap, what is the crew? I think Jayla, Kang, 6 of 10? Not 6 of 10, 5 of 10? Jayla, 5 of 10, Kang, maybe? I have to go back and look at my notes. I know Armada's is 5 of 10, 6 of 10, Kang. Or 5 of 10, 6 of 10, Khan, depending on what you have that's best. I'm trying to remember what the regulars are. 5-7 Kang. Thank you, Daniel. I think that's the one I remember. 5-7 Kang. Thank you. And Craig and Aaron. Y'all are awesome. Hey, Aaron, did DJ just finish up? I got to attend about half the show. It was great as always, but had my own starting up, so had to kind of get out the way. He says, Rev, I've been stockpiling both charged and inert nanoprobes. Will there be an upcoming event where having them on hand will be beneficial? Yes, there will be an event coming up where having a lot of them will be beneficial. It's actually a DJ dropped that hint. So y'all can't even be like, Rev said it. DJ dropped that one. I do not have regular Jayla, Kenny. I do not. I did not pay for the pack to unlock her early. I'm just going through events and the battle pass. Now, I do have a USS Trevor now, thanks to Trevor's wonderful donation. It's not finished building yet, but I do have a USS Trevor. So that's cool. Daniel says, if your 5 is tier 2, then it is better. If it is tier 1, then PMT is better. Well, my 5 of 10 is tier 3, Booyah! I don't have 6 of 10 yet, but I got 5 of 10, and she's tier 3. She's amazing. Ray says, I'm level 28 Troublemaker. When do I unlock the second Stella? So a second Stella has to be unlocked through an event store. So you have to win it through the event store, or Stella's not in Cosmic Cleanup. So event store is going to have to be how you get your second one. What kind of ship is the Trevor? Oh, Daniel, so earlier in the stream, we had a huge donation from Trevor who bought us the USS Franklin A. But because they bought it, it's now named the USS Trevor. It's now named the USS Trevor. So that might be a little bit confusing for some people. But don't worry, I'll explain it when I do my video on the USS Trevor. And it'll be like, oh, we get it now. Somebody was kind enough and you named it after them. It's their namesake. But for the moment, I am still grinding out my OG Franklin because it's still building. So it's still sitting there 51 days. I will speed it up, but I haven't decided if I'm doing it in the middle of the video or if I'm going to just make a video after this video of undocking and unlocking the USS Trevor. So Anthony says they need to make the D4 better. Anthony, I'm curious as to why you say that, because I feel like the D4 is one of the best ships in the game, especially early if you're in the 30s. And I mean, my D4 will take out Enterprises. It's all about how you crew it. I love my D4, and territory capture has made me love it even more. But I'm just curious about your thoughts, and I'll be more than happy to tell you how I use it. Ryan says best synergy for Leslie. Well, Leslie is a shakedown cruise, so Leslie is captain, then Pike Moreau on the sides will give you full synergy. If you're looking for that crew to just go in and, like, you know, try to get 100 rounds on a big boss for the most points, or trying to beat a big boss. Now, if you're actually trying to put in some damage and you're not just trying to live as long as possible, you might run a combination of, you know, Leslie as captain, maybe one synergy officer, and then Khan, so that you're able to actually do some damage while also getting extra rebuffs to extend your life while you're out playing. So it's kind of how you want to face that, and depending on your officers. Tanner says, make a separate video for the Trevor and no breaking and calling it anything other than the USS Trevor. I could do that, Daniel. I could do that. I can do that. I can do that. I think it'd be a good homage to people who donate, because my life is built around people who donate to the channel. So, Aaron, Leslie Kirk Spock is a good classic. I tend to lean away from Leslie Kirk Spock a little bit, simply because I don't want that to interfere with Leslie's regen, and I'd rather have a synergy officer that instead of him regenning 5%, he's regenning 10%. I found that helped a little bit more than having Spock adding shields when I'm trying to focus on getting more hull. But that's a test it out to your own preference type thing. Test it out to your own preference. OG says in 6 months, when the devs add in ship renaming for $20 each time, it can really be the USS Trevor. Well, what's going to be crazy is if I get the skin for the Trevor, so I have the USS Trevor Terror or Terror Trevor. That'll be dope. Possibilities. Ray says, I thought there was a freeway through the faction store. A freeway for what, Ray? For what? Let's see what other questions we have. I'm trying not to skip any. Ion says, I just got my first G3 Epic, the D4. It feels like a bit of a letdown. Should I save the resources and wait 7 months for the Enterprise? Enterprise just seems to do so much better at everything. D4 is a tier 4 base. My D4 is tier 5. It's all about how you crew it. For example, if you crew out a D4 with with Marcus as captain and then Merrick Crow on the sides, you're going to eat a lot of Enterprise's lunches. A lot. You actually do very, very well. The key with the D4 is you have to load it out very, very specifically. You know, you have to know, you can't have as much success with generic crew loadouts. And personally, I'm not a big fan of even focusing on its hull breach ship ability. I focus on going out with specific loadouts and have a lot of success with it. If you do that because of how its weapon set up and because it's a kinetic, it could be a very good boat. The thing with the Enterprise is it's very easy to just generic slap an Enterprise crew on and go. Like if you just throw Kirk and nothing else but Kirk on an Enterprise, it's generally going to be a decent ship. You know, it's very easy to generically run an Enterprise. D4, you have to be a little more specialized, but that specialization can actually work in your favor where you're a lot stronger in what you're trying to fight. So, do 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 do. Aaron, can you help with the Bobby question? Because I think DJ just talked about this, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Nathan says, I'm level 30, got 5,300 uncommon G3 ore. Any ideas what to do with that? Don't have a way to get a Bortus. You can get a Bortus by killing a crap ton of Klingons about level 32 over. That would be the best way. I'd save it for an auger. Don't build the Intrepid. I'd save it. Philippa says, I don't like the skins being so uniform. I want to have it customizable. Uniquely, I want one black and one white in a cell or go fast stripes. See, I'm the opposite. I don't like that idea. I would rather it be something that actually feels kind of Star Trek-y and be uniform. That's my personal preference. I don't like the idea of individually coloring nacelles and putting logos and stuff like that. I like it to still be a little bit lore-friendly while adding some flavor. Like the USS Trevor is a lore-friendly, like looks like a Section 31 type loadout. That's my personal preference, though. James says this D4 Enterprise lesson is brought to you by terrible game balancing. So I don't even think it's that. I don't think there's any bad balancing. I just think that, it's all shit because, the Augur is better than the Enterprise at certain things. And the Enterprise is just the one that's best at everything. I think that is the balance, is the D4 is best at specific task. The Augur is better at specific task. And the Enterprise is just all around good. I think that's, I don't think that's imbalanced. Now, it used to be imbalanced. It used to be really imbalanced, a year and a half ago. I think they've worked on that. Yeah, Aaron, I think that the Vidar will be in the event store and you have it in Cosmic Cleanup, and they're running Cosmic Cleanup more. I just don't know if we're going to have a specific one coming up. Daniel says, good night, work early tomorrow. Well, good night, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Why would anyone build an Intrepid? Because they don't watch Rev Deuce. That's why they would build the Intrepid. Michael says, any chance of a mirror arc? Good question. I don't know if you know this, but they did run mirror events earlier in Star Trek Fleet Command. So if they run an arc, it actually won't be the first time that they've run an event series for mirror. And with them having a theme of revisiting a lot of older events, it is something that you could see come up. So keep a look at it. It's a good idea, Michael. Good idea. What is my one thing that I can unlock? This is bugging me. Why is there a big red 1 just staring at me? Also, shout out to the big red 1. The Saving Private Ryan is now on Netflix, if you haven't seen it. Sam says, get your sarcophagus in Cosmic Cleanup. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting 4 BPs at a time of my sarcophagus. Michael says, I have a Max Enterprise Augur and D4, but I find it challenging to crew all of them for PvP. Do you have 3 crew loadouts you could recommend? Michael, message me privately on Facebook or Discord, and I will help you build your crews up for you. Okay? Just message me privately. I got to reboot the game. Robert says, I'm level 17 looking for 6 Botany Bay BPs. Should I wait for the event store or should I level up? Robert, what you need to do is you need to send a message and a ticket to customer support. So what they did is they actually changed how the missions work. So the missions alone should give you all the BPs you need to unlock the Botany Bay. If that is not working for you, you need to contact customer support and say, hey, I'm 6 BPs short and I've completed all the missions, and they'll give you what you need to finish it off. So, but level 17, you can't build that ship to level 18 anyway. So you might still have one mission that you haven't finished, question mark? But, question mark. Shout out to Star Trek Fleet Command loading screen. Shout out to the lag. That's what we did. I had to reboot because of lag. That's always good. Aaron says, if you don't have a Vidar yet, your best option is a Vidar OG Franklin. I will agree. If you had to pick which one to focus on, definitely focus on the Vidar or the Franklin in Cosmic Cleanup, not the sarcophagus. That sarcophagus is not only a one-trick pony, it's a really bad one-trick pony. Like, it just sucks. It sucks. It's just a waste of your time. I mean, I'm going to get it just because I've got the others, so I might as well get that. But it sucks. Sucks so bad. And yeah, Mike, just hit me up, buddy. Royal says you can get BPs from the augment store. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You complete the missions and then you unlock all of the BPs, but you were getting stuck 6 short. Some people were getting stuck 6 short. So you needed to contact customer support and they would finish it off. OG says, thanks for the botany bay. I think you get all but 6 with missions. And then once you hit 18, I thought it gives the last 6. And that might be how it is. So y'all might be right. So get to level 18 tonight, whoever was asking about the botany bay, and then verify. Because that was an issue, though, when they made the change. Not everybody was getting all the BPs, and you had to ask. So, but I do appreciate everybody chiming in. Y'all are great. Nathan says, I just realized that if you don't have the special mats to repair the Sarco, the crew is just stuck on it. Well, you can get the special mats by territory. Just use your territory stuff. I can show you where to do it if you don't know where. So if you click on the gift box and then you scroll over to territory, it'll be right here. Here's your Duranium Forge. You just come in here, spend a very low amount and be like, yo, bango. Wait, that is Duranium, right? Right? Am I talking crazy right now? I'm second guessing myself. Uh-oh. Let me Sarg T2. All right. Oh, you need fortified Baconite. Well, yeah, ignore everything I just said. Fortified Baconite. Gianna says, make a new video about where to spend badges, who to prioritize. Gianna, that video exists. That video is already out, my friend. Or unless you're saying make an updated one. And yes, Dayhawk, Severus is still doing the exact same thing Severus was before. Yep, I am aware. I am aware. Spine says, any idea why they don't balance daily event groups better? Are you talking about leaderboards? What are you talking about? I'm assuming you're talking about leaderboards. And the quick answer is my name. Gianna says, very old. I saw it. It's not that old. I mean, they've added up more officers, but it ain't that old. But I mean, I can make a new one. Charles says, I'm skipping the level 32 ships and getting the Enterprise BPs. How close should I be to having all the BPs before going to 34? I would say be at least like 90% there, because the only thing that you have to build at 34 to then build your ship is going to be the shipyard. So be ready, because you're going to want that baby. Like that's what you've been working for. That's the culmination of your life's work. That's everything that you've tried so hard to be. You got to be ready to build it, man. Don't dilly-dally. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Are they going to add armadas in Deep Space? Chris, they still have got to add in rare armada cores. I mean, at the moment, you can't even upgrade your armada control center past 39. Nobody can on any server. So before they go about adding armadas into the deep regions of space, they need to actually do that. OG, there is supposed to be a transporter pattern update coming. Before you ask, no, I don't have specifics on that. I just know that they are updating transporter patterns. So we'll have more officers than that. But that's as far as I can take that. As far as I can take it. Daniel says this game needs a drop cargo ability. Yeah, I can kind of see that. At the same time, I wouldn't want to be dropping these probes these modulators I actually need. But I see what you're saying. Right after photon tokens. There you go, Bill. First person of the night to mention photon tokens. All right, Spine. So let me check the leaderboard right now. Skin leaderboards aren't going to go that high. What leaderboard do you currently have that you're fighting with 39s? Like, or I mean 49s. I don't even know what that could be. What would that even be? Craig, I don't need to know about you licking anything, sir. I don't need to know about that. Yeah, you're going to have to tell me what that leaderboard is because I don't know what leaderboard that could be where you're fighting with 49s at the moment because they have bracketed better the skin event so that they're not as ridiculous as they were the first goes arounds. So daily events. Well, the daily events have always been jacked up, and no, I don't see them actually making a change to that. Yeah, we've been asking for that for a long time, a very long time. You can ask Aaron. We've been asking for that for years. So as long as the specific events leaderboards are fine, I'll put up with the crap. Christopher says, Rev, do you think Scopely will bring in an all-around PvP crew that could cover all the Battle Triangle ships? Maybe. I mean, it's just kind of a funky question. Like, I feel like if you designed anything specifically to be good on everything, it wouldn't be that good. Aaron says, yeah, the fact they removed our ship CP spin daily for higher ops. Yeah, well. Yeah. Things happen. Yeah, I mean, and it's not that I'm saying that it's bad to complain. It is totally acceptable and good and encouraged to complain. 100%. I just have gotten to the point where I pick my battles, and daily events pay out so little anyway. That's not a battle I fight. Now, I'm not saying don't fight it. I'm just saying that I focus on other stuff. But it is definitely worth going after. For 100%, go after it. Go after it. Frigoff says, any news on away missions? Away missions are coming. That, as I told y'all, that's something I expected to be at the end of this year. So we're a quarter of the way through the year. Now, it could be sooner than that. But that was something I expected around quarter 3, quarter 4. If it comes sooner, awesome. Charles says, did Panic become the community manager for Star Trek Legends? No, he did not. Legends they just launched. Their community manager is extremely interactive. In fact, the community manager for Star Trek Legends is in my Discord and talks in our Star Trek Legends chat and answers questions, tries to be helpful. Is it perfect? No, but the game did just launch. Give it a little bit, and it's a free-to-play game. So it's going to have a smaller staff than a massive pay-to-win game like Scopely. Nut said, did they change on the mechanic on the gold bosses? I'm not getting the double tap anymore. Are you talking about the shield drain? The shield drain? Maybe. I actually haven't. I don't think they did. I know you can't triple tag anymore. That used to be a thing. Thought you could still double. But I haven't tried that on a gold boss in a while. I've been saving my gold bosses for when I need dilithium. And no, Dergetty, it is not ad-based. It's part of Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is a $5 subscription to Apple, not to the Star Trek game, where you unlock like 200 specialty games. So the game Star Trek Legends by itself is free to play. Made by Tilting Point. So it doesn't have ads in it, and it doesn't have anything that you can spend money on. Royal Power says, nope, Gold Boss double tap doesn't work. Well, there you go. That's something that I learned because I haven't done a Gold Boss attempt in quite some time. So they removed the double tap. That's very interesting. It sucks, but it's interesting. Let's see how the grind's going. In about 10 minutes, by the way, we'll be jumping into the voice on Discord. So if y'all want to use voice, y'all can. Remember, you do have to act a certain way, behave a certain way for the last 30 minutes of the show. But yeah, come on and join and ask your questions there if you want to. A real quick question for those who are in there. Did anybody happen to get the free ticket event today? Like where you got to hit the join now and didn't spend tickets? Anybody managed to get that lucky? I saw Amergen on his video got that lucky when he made a video today. Nice, Ryan. Nice, Ion. I'm really, like, some people get mad. Like, well, you're exploiting. Heck no. Take advantage of it. I ain't mad at you. Enjoy it. And I didn't get it. I'm still mad at you. He says, I just double tapped one the other day. Okay, see, now we're getting conflicting answers. So now we need to test it out. And Nut says, I'm not saying. Bro, I'm not a narc. I'm not going to go snitch on you. I don't care if you got it or not. James, who? No, they didn't remove the free ticket event. So, James, stop. We're going to call out. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? All right, Jesse says, let's seriously talk about game improvements. Let's talk about the lack of RNG out of the refinery. Yeah, but that's all design. So we've called that out. We've got entire videos calling that out. But what do you want me to do? It's, like the RNG for the refinery does improve every level. And the RNG for the refinery is way better now than it was 2 years ago. But it's designed to be a drag. That way you'll want to spend to make up for it. But it has improved. It definitely has. I mean, I've got evidence that it's improved. It's designed to improve such a small amount. It frustrates you to want to spend. That's the plan. So, I mean, I don't ever see them deterring from that plan. Now, as far as the generators, that's something I think that they could fix and they not affect their bottom line. And I really keep pushing for that because the generator, like right now, I think vaults are stupid. There should be no vaults. I should be able to keep collecting no matter what. Keep collecting no matter what. Jesse's not even slightly. I mean, you're talking about the refinery is doing a significant amount more than it was 2.5 years ago. A significant amount. It's still so low because when you need 50,000 for one ship or 20,000 for this ship, it's still not near enough. But I mean, compared to what it was in 2019, yeah, the refinery is way better. It still sucks though. Like even though it's way better, it's still terrible. Like it's such a weird way to word it. Like it's better, but it's terrible by design. You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting on the refinery to pay you out. See, like this, just from me doing events. This is, on a good day, this is the amount of gas I get from the refinery, and I just got it from an event. And they've basically made it to where participating in events is how they've started giving away more uncommons. That way, for you to get it, you have to actively participate in the game. Emperor says, I just tried the double tap yesterday. It works, but the boss repairs very quickly. Did 75% shield damage on first attack, and by the time I hit the second time, it already was up to 60. So they increased the repair times. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll test that out during a non-video time, and I'll compare. Because remember now that you can do the targeting while the ship is under a fight, you might be able to get in there quicker. And hey, War Dog, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Quantar says it sucks so good. There's a way to word it. I mean, I hate the refinery just like everybody else. I guess I'm just cognizant of why it is the way that it is, while also being able to say, yes, it has gotten better in X way or whatever. It's still terrible, though. Don't let anybody confuse you. It's bad. All right. We're going to win this takeover. Woohoo. I don't even care. Let's do that one. Rose says, I tried twice and shield dropped both times. It was back on second ship. Like I said, what they might have done is just souped up the shield repair to a ridiculous rate. So you'd have to hit it right at the end. But I don't know because like I said, I have not tested that in quite some time. So I can test that and then we can figure it out together. All right, here we go. So here are these. All right, yummy, yummy, yummy. So finish that for the day. Oh man, look at all that. Yum. And then there's this one. Get that in. And then what I'll do is I'll use the Enterprise to maybe do these. Because I decided that the USS Trevor, we're going to release the USS Trevor tonight after the stream. And I'll make a video for tomorrow. I've also got to do a video about 6 to 10. So maybe we'll push the 6 to 10 video to Tuesday. Or maybe we'll do the USS Trevor video Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Pound says that if you completely drain the shield, it'll be regenerated on second hit. So you basically have to drag it down to like 5%. Okay. So now we're getting into some weird specifics of how you have to do it. So if you completely kill the shield, then the shield's 100% back. But if you only hurt the shield, then the shield stays lower. Okay. That's a really weird way to set that up. Like, that's purposely going out of your way to be a butthole to the players. That's purposely being annoying. Jesse says USS Terror. Well, you missed it earlier, Jesse, but ours is going to be the USS Trevor because that's who bought it. Yeah, we had somebody donate to the channel. We appreciate everybody who donates. We need as many donations as we can get because we are trying to get a house. And that's not a joke. You can donate to the wish list. You can check out the PayPal. Both of those, anything that you want to do to help donate to the family, greatly appreciated. Nicholas says, I know that is probably dangerous given their track record with stuff, but any chance they rebalance some of the less useful officers? I would not hang my hat on that. I would not. I did have a good conversation with them last week about a Talon uncommon version. So kind of how Chin's uncommon and has that ridiculously strong profile, but then Talon is a common, so it's 10% weaker. Getting a Talon version of Chin or Chin version of Talon so that we could actually run PMT to the same level that we run PMC. And it was something they were open to and that they were going to send to the design team. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that actually happens. Because I feel like that's super needed, especially as players get into the 30s and start hitting on higher things. And for grinding, like we're talking about doing swarms right now and talking about doing, some of the probes, depending on which ones, that could really matter. That could be very, very important. All right. We are right at the 1:30 mark, so we're going to go ahead and get into the voice chat. So Craig, Aaron, I know y'all are waiting for it. Y'all want to jump in there. But remember, keep your mouth behaving. Like no cussing, no acting out. Don't talk over each other. But we're going to jump into that right now into the live voice chat. I see Anubis is there. Ark is there. Rave is there. I'm sure Craig's going to jump in. Aaron will probably jump in. Everybody's welcome. Just make sure you behave. Don't talk over each other. And if you got questions, come hang out in the Discord. Everybody, do it. If you don't do it, you're a bad person. If you're a bad person, we don't want you here. And if we don't want you here, then you're going to be alone. And we don't want you to be alone. So be a good person. Join the Discord. Ask questions. All right, so let's swap this out. Kevin says, they said Tau was fixed in last patch. Will they release him? Good question, Kevin. Really good question. I'm pushing for that because he is extremely good, especially for high level and mid level grinding. I don't know, though. I honestly don't. I want him, though. 100% want him. I think it's a must have, but I don't know. I am literally one shard away from Tall. One. You want to know how many shards away from Tall I am? One shard. If you need help counting to how many that is, that's this many. This many. So I need that. Yeah, Kevin, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make your wildest dreams come true.
You doing all right tonight, brother?
Hey, Mike, I am doing so well.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
And hey, Craig, how are you?
I will be on here pretty soon.
Oh, I got push to talk on.
We're on YouTube tonight.
Yeah, I'm actually here. I
just be a star.
I had push to talk on because I was in DJ's channel, so I always forget to turn that back off after I come back. But
Don't
hey
worry,
everybody.
I'll behave.
I would hope so. But yeah, it's let's see what other questions that we had. Steph says, any idea about officer abilities that will be added for away missions? Nope. The only thing I know about away missions is that you're going to be sending officers away to do basic reward loot grinding. That is the extent of my knowledge, and that's pretty much what we knew already based on the roadmap. You know, I got told 2 or 3 months ago by one of the devs, and that was on stream, by the way. So we were all here together, and they said that the away missions was going to blow the away missions for Star Trek Timelines out the water. Now, what that actually translates to, God only knows. But they were very excited about what that was going to turn into. But I don't have anything beyond that. So I've basically got a little bit of hype, and that's it. So, you know, I don't know what to do. At least the new ones.
Scopely said they're going to release it once the pandemic's over.
I'm worried about losing my officers for a certain amount of time.
I can't remember which system is the new one. Which one's the new system? Which one's the new 35 system that drops the new swarm tokens? I'm so confused.
I don't think you knew the
It's
35
up by the
system.
old 35 system, right to your
Yeah,
left.
Vasali, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Well, I'm in Vasali, and the rewards for that are still the OG Franklin modulators. I thought it was the new ones. Anyway, Emperor Gubatine says
No,
the
you gotta
Discord.
go to 37 system or the 39 system.
Oh yeah, here, everybody. I had y'all really low now. Now y'all should be volume-wise fine. Thank you, Emperor Gubatine, for that correction. Daniel says,
Hey,
which
Rev.
officer awards toilet paper during the pandemic? That would be Mbenga. Mbenga is the holder of the toilet paper roll. Keensner wanted the job but didn't qualify. So. And somebody said, hey, so hey back to you. Hey,
Hello.
back to you.
Welcome.
Oh, man. John says you have to go 37, 39, 41. Thank you. Thank you, John. I said I'll have that all done tonight when I launch the USS Trevor. But since I'm waiting until after the video to do that, I'm just kind of doing my grind at the moment. Honestly, I don't even need to be wasting my Enterprise. I just need to wait till I build the USS Trevor.
Yeah, you're going to want to go to a 37 system. You should be able to it. 37 and 39. 41, you ain't going to be able to kill it at a tier 1.
Yeah, and I'm honestly not trying to. I'm just going to try to kill the 35s. I probably won't be able to kill the 39s because you got to get 20 out the box. And since I'm not scrapping my Frank and I don't have a lot of stuff left over, but I'm just going to be happy to have it. So.
You only pick up 10 or 15 at a kill.
Yeah. That's no big deal. Like I said, I'm already know, and I realize I'm starting a whole new Franklin grind right over again. So
I kill level 44s with mine and only get 90 at a time.
yeah, I mean, but you do get a semi decent amount from the daily. You know, like as you level up. Yeah,
3,500.
At tier 1, I'm getting 550, which would be enough to pay for a part. So it's definitely a grind.
But you do get like at level 43, you get like 100,000 or 110,000 regular modulators on top of your 3,000 or 3,500 that I get on the Mark IIs.
Shout out server 145, Chris. There you go. And he says that level 39 is the worst ops level for growing a Franklin A. I wouldn't say that. Yes, you do have some limitations versus the 40 plus. The worst level to grind is 35. 39 is more doable. 35 is where you can kind of get started, and it's going to be a grind no matter what, unless you drop money. That's just kind of how it goes.
35 grind for me since I am 35. First day was kind of hard to actually kill the 37s, but I was able to go out and hunt the weak ones, and then I was able to grind one component a day, and now I can kill 11 per hull.
Yeah, and see, if I can do a component per day, that's not a bad grind rate, considering that, the Stella I can be grinding several days for a single component. So that's not the worst. I know how bad the Franklin was to start, so I did not have like these expectations that when I release this ship, it's going to be ready to go and super easy to grind. Like I already know it's going to be a pain in the butt So I've got that accepted in my heart. I'm ready for it. Thomas says, is there a point to your Franklin or to the Franklin A? I don't even use my Franklin A. But yes, Thomas, it's a huge point. And that huge point is the fact that you get a buttload of resources. Like so many buttloads. Like, let me see if I still have the chart that Aaron made. I don't know if I actually have it on my desktop anymore. But you're talking about this is one of the ways that they have purposely made to greatly improve the amount of resources that you get every single day. We're talking millions in returns. So if somebody has that chart, or if Aaron is hiding around somewhere, if somebody knows where Aaron stuck it, I'll put it up on the screen. But it is a very, very, very good mechanic addition to makes it a lot easier for everybody. So
at level 43, I get 160 million steel.
Well, yeah, I'm not honestly interested in doing it level by level. I'd rather just show them the whole chart. You know, it's because
I can put it over there. And,
yeah, I mean, it's probably I need to pin it in the FTFC channel because I had it on my desktop for a video and then I've kind of pulled it out. But holy crap! Somebody just tagged a video that I made like 20 years ago in the Discord. That 100% needs to be like hidden. Like that video never needs to see the light of day again. It's my officer tutorial part 2. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Somebody tag me on that post. I want to see this video.
Oh God, it's a long time ago. I mean, it's just sitting in the middle of the tavern. Let's see what other questions that we have here. Paul says, I'm to say the worst is 34, has to spend 6 builds in a week. Almost done with scrapyard event. Paul, I'll be honest, I don't have any idea what you're trying to say here, buddy. Like that, those sentences are all over the place. I have no clue. Michael says, I thought of a good Borg question. Are there still 3 different types following the combat triangle? 3 different types of what?
Chart and the tavern.
Are you talking about, Michael, the way that the Mega Cube components worked? And if so, yes, those are still the exact same. They did not change that. The only thing they've changed is the type of tokens, and thank you, Craig, the type of tokens it cost to start the armadas, but the actual armadas themselves are staying the same. All right, let me save this, and then I'll put it up on the screen so everybody can use it and enjoy it in all of its beautiful glory.
Rev, I got a question for you.
Not surprised.
All right, so knowing the fact that there's only 3 specific recruit tokens, and I'm referring to Federation, Klingon, and Romulan, seeing that we now have a Borg recruit token, could this be like an inside to like letting us know, hey, by the way, we're creating a new Borg faction?
I wouldn't go that far.
The Discovery tokens too. You got the Discovery, and then you got the Doomsday.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Tokens. So
it's just a recruit token to me.
Like the TOS tooth.
I'm just glad I get to use those old Borg tokens I had from a year ago.
You don't.
Left over.
You don't get to use them.
The war funds?
Nope. We got completely new stuff this time around. Like new tokens to launch. Funds. But the war funds are different. The war funds are different.
Yeah, the war funds are for the event store at the end.
Yeah, but I'm saying the war funds this time around are different.
That sucks.
Like we have Borg war funds. What we had last time was tech salvage. So the 10,000 Borg war funds that we got today is a brand new item for us. Like that, I did not have any of that sitting. I still have 470,000 tech salvage and 240,000 March Borg points. Andy says the rewards are the same on the event store stuff. We'll see, but war funds is new, and I had no war funds.
No. I actually had 9,000 war funds left over from like 10 months ago when I started the game.
So you're at 19,000 now?
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
so
Sean,
hopefully
I'll follow up with them tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure that I will not be able to use my tech salvage or my Borg points. War funds, maybe, but all this other Borg stuff I have will not be able to use it. I'd be happy for that to be the case, though. Like, I still got 170,000 Borg points. I've got 179,000 epic Borg points. I've got 20 premium Borg tokens. And then I've got 240,000 March Borg points and 470,000 Borg tech salvage. So I've got a crap ton of leftover Borg stuff that if they let me trade in would be amazing.
You know, maybe they wouldn't run into so many problems with, server issues. They would clear out some of this old crap and just delete it.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's yours.
Not even delete, though, but just have a way for you to be able to redeem them for something useful.
Yeah, I mean, they should definitely have an exchange. That's... To me, that's common sense, but...
Because, it's just taking up memory in the server.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just sitting with a ton of it, and it's good that the war funds will run. I also wonder if the Borg war effort points, which were for the Mega Cube, if I remember right, will also be run. I guess I just spent all the war funds, but I'm still sitting on close to 1 million in terms of total other points from the Borg. So... Also, the random augment recruit tokens I have, those are fun. Just 10 random augment recruit tokens.
The random everything that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, I've still got where are my favorites? Platinum trophy, that's old. My elite Batleth tokens, those are really old.
Yeah. You still have some of them too, huh?
Mm-hmm. I've got the original Hungry Tribbles. What else we got hiding here? The original holiday tokens. The new Tribbles. I still have 4.8 million Tribbles from this past event. That doesn't do anything. What else do I have? For some reason, I have 5,000 minor commendations. I don't remember what that's for.
I'm sitting at 19.9 million of the newer Tribbles.
Nice. I had terrible RNG on the new Tribbles. God, it was awful.
Coming for badges from your recruit faction stuff.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. So that one's not as old. But yeah, I mean, my main point is that I'm sitting on so many different currencies. I don't remember what goes what and what I can use on what, I need a spring cleaning of my entire inventory system. Yeah, here's my badges. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. I'm actually going to pick up some science badges.
At least you didn't have to spend money to complete that triple event.
Yeah, I didn't. I managed to barely scrape and just finish, but my RNG was still bad. And your RNG had to be god-awful for you to not even finish. Walter says that they're going to exchange the war funds for skeet ball tickets. There you go. I don't know what skeet ball is, but it sounds more exciting than war funds.
I was lucky enough to place first on my leaderboard with that triple event, so I got all the 10 of 10 shards.
Wow. Very nice. The Borg triple is a great little officer. I mean, it took me a while to get it, but it is extremely useful. Very, very nice. Even I think mine's still tier 1. I think the only officer I've upgraded is 7 of 10 and 5 of 10. But even at tier 1, that Borg triple is still good.
Well, 10 of 10 takes, what, like 110k Borg tokens to upgrade?
Well, yeah, I mean, 5 of 10 is the same way. I just focused on her first.
Yeah, I had 5 of 10, got a lucky pull on her, and, just been going with her, and then I got all the shards for tier 2 10 of 10, and it's like fucking 110.
Language.
Sorry, I apologize.
5k, you only need 5k for tier 2. It's tier 3 that you need 110k.
Oh, is it tier 3?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Then it goes up to 475k and then 1.1 million. So.
Oh my god.
Mine is tier 3.
I was lucky enough to lucky pull 10 of 10, and then to win the leaderboard made me able to boost 10 of 10 up to, the second tier, and it's even better than before.
Let's see. Who is randomly humming into their microphone? All right, then. That was weird. Oh, it's Reed. Reed, let's not do that, sir. Thank you. Lazy oaf. Yeah, Scooby, Deep Space Scouts do drop a lot of messages if you have the wherewithal and the ship and the patience to fly out there and make that happen.
The only problem with it is, at my reputation, 600 only gets me 570.
Only. Like, I know you need 1 million credits for a level 50 ship, but that's still a lot of credits.
Is it actually 1 million credits, or are you just messing with me?
No, he's not messing.
You about to quit the game?
There are so many other
guys,
reasons
it's been
to quit
fun.
this game.
Say, please don't leave. Please don't leave. But you need 650 blueprints, if I'm remembering right. 650 blueprints. And those blueprints are not cheap. Not cheap.
650 blueprints, that's right.
Yep. Quite the little doozy.
I'm just going to stay a lower player.
Yeah, just stay at 39 with me. Stay at 39 with me.
A Valdor is 1,320 credits for a blueprint, and you need 150.
Steph says, any talk about adding levels beyond 50? Yes, Steph, definitely. That is definitely being discussed. Isn't it, Steven?
You know, if they hadn't killed that exploit to level up, I'd maybe up there at 38, 39 with you.
Which exploit is that?
Oh, the leaving your group and going to the next one and getting another helps.
Oh, the alliance hopping?
Yeah.
That was never that big of a deal for me. Like, that was never that much of a help.
That was a huge deal on our server.
Yeah,
but that's why you have second builder, so you can have that growing and counting down while you're still just doing everything else.
Yeah, see now Aaron just gave away the real reason for
if you
the
have
patch.
5 alliances that you're in association with, you get 17 helps each, say. That's 70%
for Sobeys.
per.
Mm-hmm.
For Sobeys employees, they're giving
that would take a 60-day build down to like 10 days.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I love how Aaron just like leaked the real reason why that got patched, because they just released the researcher and the builder and they want you to buy it. But at the same time, I mean, I get that there were people who were, I guess you could call that an abuse, because you're obviously not in your alliance, so you're just kind of rigging the system. But
sure,
I get plenty of speed ups because I do my dailies and grinding. So I'm actually not ever short on speed ups to get to 39. That was never a problem for me. And before anybody asked, no, Scopely did not load me up with speed ups. So Gianna says, is the second research worth level 26, 27? It's up to you. It's $20. Is it useful? Definitely. Will it speed up your gameplay if you can afford to keep that second researcher going? Yes, it definitely will. Worth is a relative statement. Yes, it works. Yes, it has an impact in the game. And yes, it will improve your gameplay and speed it up. Now you use that to determine if you want to spend $20. I don't really like telling people to spend money in the game.
Okay, Kelsey, I'm trying to understand this. Trump gets removed from Twitter for inciting violence, but then that...
All right, we'll have to server mute Reed. I think he's talking to his wife while he's listening to the show. Let's
The
see. Big
easiest way to
says
explain whether the second builder and second researcher are worth it is if you're a lower level and you just need a whole bunch of stuff upgraded, absolutely jump on it. If you start getting up into the high 20s, 30s, 40s, you're not upgrading enough to make it worth it, in my opinion.
It's the opposite.
The mid 30s is
I
where
think it's even more worth it. And I mean, because
Yeah,
my research and build times are anywhere from 2 to 30 days or more. I think it's more worth it in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, and for a lot of us, they've leveled up. We haven't kept up with a lot of our research, so for me, I've got loads of research that I'm like way behind on, mainly because they weren't necessary for me at the levels that I needed it.
Yeah, I mean, because somebody got me the second researcher, I'm currently doing the swarm targeting that takes 9 days while also upgrading my interceptor overall. So, I mean, I'm able to do 2 critical researches at one time that normally I would just let the interceptor sit there and then do the swarm. So I'm doing, literally twice as fast and actually expediting my process because now I have one research that I can do long researches on and one that I can do one almost every day on. So I'm going to complete that daily now. That research daily that, I mean, it doesn't pay out a lot, but it pays out, 20 more 3-hour speed ups, which I always need. And then I'm also able to use the long one to focus on the big stuff. So, I mean, that is valuable because the build times get so stupid, but it's still up to you. I mean, you could still progress in the game, enjoy the game, and not lose out if you don't have it.
I do 2 researches at a time, and at my level, just the admin building is like 190 days.
Yeah.
Ooh, that payout jump on the refine from 42 to 43 is good.
Let's see what else we got in the Christopher says, I like how quickly you can get max helps when speeding through research. Love the second researcher. Well, there you go. I think that's fine. I mean, I will say that it would be really nice to be able to do the alliance hopping with 2 researches. I could really catch up my researches then, but that's obviously not a thing.
So
no.
Well, maybe on your server. It used to be huge on ours. 37. Yeah. That was it.
Alliance hopping is just a way to jump into the middle of wars that you don't want to participate on my main. Even in a lot of my secondaries, there's not a lot of groups that have like a coalition of like 7 best buddy friends that all hang out together.
Well, on our server, there's like 3 coalitions, and they're, that's it. And then there's the other guys that don't even count. So, we have, I'm in one of the top 3, so we all hopped around for upgrades and didn't have a problem.
Bill says, I wish the research was $5 instead of 20. Yep, 100% agree, which is why I didn't buy it. And somebody sent me money and said, look, go buy this. So I did. And as I tell everybody, if you want to donate, please donate to the house, not the game. I will spend your money how you tell me to. So like if you say, here's $20, go buy peanut butter and cover your body with it. You know what? I guess I have to. But it's still frustrating that one of them was 5 and one of them was 20. Because you can't justify that the stuff that comes in the $20 pack is worth it now.
5 was the right choice.
Yeah, and James, it's still $20. Like I just bought mine yesterday for $20, so it's still $20. Now the $100 one is there, which is funny that I still have the $100 option, even though I just bought the $20 option. But it's still $20.
Okay, guys, I have like 5 minutes here. You went for a pee. We're good.
Okay, Reed.
I bought both extra research and extra build because the $100 pack gave me so much in resources.
Yeah, like that $100 pack, if you are a spender, there's value in the $100 pack because it gives you a ton of dilithium. So, like for me at level 39, it gives me over 150 million dilithium. So, I mean, huge for those that have to spend on research. And then you get a little bit of uncommon, not a stupid amount, but you get a little bit of uncommon. So, I mean, there's value in it, but in general, it should have been a $5. All you get is the research token, and then a $20 or a $100, and then you get all the other stuff. There shouldn't have been this $20 where we put 700 latinum in it and a little bit of like what is a 50K steel, and we pretend like that's worth an extra $15. Because it's not. It's not worth $15.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah. Thanks, Reed. It's still so funny to hear you whispering with your wife nearby. Or we've maxed out your volume, so even at a whisper, people can hear you. Emperor Grubatine just said, "Here's $5 for some blow. Now you must go buy it." Okay, here you go. Everybody that just got annoyingly blown into your ear in your headphones, you can thank Emperor Grubatine.
I feel like you did that.
Wait, Rev, did you just blow me?
Sexy.
I did.
It was very sexy.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Thank you for Grubatine. They paid for that.
$8.58.
Fan occupation. Did your wife just ask you what time it was?
Do you see why on YouTube he waits till the last 30 minutes of the show to bring us on?
Exactly. Bill says, but mud is worth $6,000, and that's a fact. That is 100% a factual statement. Mud is worth $6,000. Don't buy a tractor. Buy a mud. Buy a mud.
Hey, in my defense, I did very good for like a solid 20 minutes.
Wait, with buying a tractor?
No, with being good and not saying stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, well we got about 5-10 minutes before we wrap up the stream, and then, now the voice stays open all night, but the streams on YouTube usually only go 2 hours. The streams on Twitch, well, they're a whole nother animal. So
they're sad.
Oh, the Twitch streams are the best.
Yeah.
Yes, there's somebody here around the clock to answer all your questions.
90% of the time is Captain Ark or you, Craig.
Yeah. I like helping people.
And I appreciate it.
I will remember you. So. All right. Is Mud really good? Did I miss that? Philippa, if you didn't check it out yet, check out my video I did on Mud like 2 days ago, and you'll get the joke. Sorry. You had to have watched the channel to catch the inside joke.
Yes.
You know who's a really good officer? He's the one that not a lot of people have.
Are you going to bring up Tal again?
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Not that he works. I mean, he doesn't work anymore.
Uh-huh. Nobody believes you, Reed.
Oh, sexy.
I don't care what anybody says. Carol Marcus is
Did somebody just fall down the stairs?
I would.
That was Reed.
I know. Rev is attracted to Klingon officers in the game. So.
Oh God. Anyway,
can you get your wife to cosplay?
She has before. Gianna says, is it worth saving discovery tokens and TOS tokens? Spend your TOS tokens now because that is going away. There will no longer be a TOS officer using those stupid worm tokens. So spend them now. It's going away. And I don't save my discoveries. You probably could make an argument to save the discoveries because this one is staying, but I just go ahead and do them now. Yeah, for Doomsday stuff.
Why they're getting rid of the TOS stuff that quickly? Like, what's their problem?
Yeah, well, it's Scopely. What do you want me to say? It's Scopely.
I think they realized Aurora is overpowered.
Are they going to be porting all of the TOS officers into like the master recruit pack?
Unknown. It's all TBD. So
it's like an STD, but it's even worse.
We only have 3 minutes left.
Yep. Why no video on your DC? Honestly, Drew, because I didn't feel like making another video after I just made the mud, because it's basically the same thing. I could have explained how she works, but I've actually already done videos on her before. So I mean, I could do another one, but I already have so many videos that need to be updated, let alone redoing a video that I just made, well, a year ago. But I will have, like I said, content for tomorrow is planned, content for Tuesday is planned, and I try not to be that guy who gives you the same video or multiple videos a day unless it's a different game. Like I'll give you Legends and Fleet Command on the same day, but I really hate giving you 2 Star Trek Fleet Command videos in a single day. It just feels like overkill. Like who has time to watch 1 a day, let alone 2 a day?
Hey,
Okay, besides Craig.
Me.
And Anubis.
We can't get enough of Rev Dudes. Come on.
Tell it to my bank account, Raven. Thank you.
I mean, nobody likes no one's videos, so Rev's the only choice.
I think somebody watched a
I
No One
watched
video
No One.
today. Yeah. I think
watched
somebody
No One
watched his video today. Let me go look. He put out a video just like I did about the Borg. So his video today, 6 hours ago, it's got over 1,000 views. I mean, hey, somebody's watching No One Show right now.
$20.
How many did yours have?
Mine is at 7,000. But I mean, the point is,
How many thumbs up?
how many thumbs up on mine?
Yeah.
400.
How many thumbs down?
I've got 1 thumbs down. Let me guess, you're going to go add a second one.
Nope. Because I already put a thumbs up. Can't change it.
Let's see. War Dog says, how much money would it take for Scopely to make a custom officer in a future release? War Dog, there's already people who have spent over $1 million who don't have a custom officer, and the only thing that they got was a system named after them. So if it takes $1 million to get a system named after you, it's probably going to take $10 million to get an officer.
Just for that negativity, Rev, I'm giving you a thumbs down in your Borg arrival video.
Thank you.
And Rev,
Just
by
kidding,
the way,
shit's
that
thumbs up.
person that asked you earlier about having armadas out in deep space, there is one at Warp 20.
Yeah, there is.
Warp 1.
But I'm sure in general they were more speaking to having an actual, good section of deep space faction armadas like we have down in low space, which I get that end of the question.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Okay, but I gotta go, guys. But you have a good evening.
Enjoy, Reed.
See you later, Reed.
Thanks for whispering. Bye. Nicholas says, "Who has the money to spend on this game? Lots of people. You got to think about it. There's over 8 billion people in the world, so we can find somebody to blow money on this game."
I don't blow money.
Hey, Rev, the only thing is, will they let? Does it have to be named after me when I spend the $1 million, or can I name the system?
No, it's named after you.
So that means I'm gonna have to change my name to Rev Deuce.
Yeah, like Neotech has her own system, and Ningwen has his own planet. And it's named after their usernames.
Change my name to Rev Deuce to get a system called Rev Deuce.
Nicholas says I've dropped about 1,000. Wow, nice, Nicholas. That's cool. I have probably my main account, obviously from wonderful donations from viewers like you, has had about that amount spent on it as well. So
that's more than I spent this week.
Yeah. All right, Craig.
Yes, I know.
Let's see. Drew says, you think those officer packs like Mud were the last chance for Scopely to get cash before they come in the shard area? Well, Drew, you can already get Mud in the faction store, so that one wasn't even new. They just pushed out the Mud because it fit the theme of what was going on during the arc. Just like you'll see, spoiler alert, you'll see Borg officers for sale, though I don't know which ones, with Borg stuff this week. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty safe bet. So.
Well, no, 6 is already in the transporter pounds, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but if they offer an unlock for 6 of 10 for $400, I bet they still sell it.
But they do, yeah, for the people. But I'm actually hoping they'll put they'll get to redoing the transporter patterns quite soon.
Yeah, me too. Nicholas, also depends on how old your account is, because my account is 2.5 years old and spent money. So, if you've only been playing like a year or so and you're already close to me, that's a pretty damn good drive. All right, let's see. So what we're going to do now, because we've gone over 2 hours, we're going to wrap up the YouTube stream. We appreciate everybody hanging out. We appreciate everybody who's donated. Tonight, we learned that we're going to have a USS Franklin A named the USS Trevor because they donate to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the house fund so that I can actually not be homeless, so that I can have a roof that doesn't leak, so I can have a floor that doesn't have water seeping out of it, and a fridge that isn't moldy, think about sending 20, 40, 50, or $1 million to the PayPal linked here, or the Venmo in the chat, or hell, buy something from the wish list, and I can at least do an unboxing video of Star Trek cards because I actually don't have any boxes left, so I got to get a new box. That's on the wish list. Maybe go buy me that Star Trek Borg booster box or something. But we'll be back on another video. There'll be videos tomorrow. And, of course, join the Discord. We're in the voice right now, hanging out, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. God bless. Live long and prosper. We will see y'all later.